What's up YouTubers, Johnny DIY here. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to install or replace your thermostat, including the wiring process. If you guys are new to my channel, please do me a favor and click the subscribe and the notification bell so you can get all my new videos. Alright, let's get to it. So today we're going to be installing this digital Honeywell thermostat, but it's going to be the same process for any brand. First thing we'll do is come over to our old thermostat, and you're going to want to make sure it's switched to the off setting for the cooling and heating function, and then make sure it's on the auto setting for the fan. Okay, then we're going to want to flip off the breakers for where our thermostat's controlled. It's usually the same as your air conditioning and heating. Now we'll start taking apart our old one. They all have a cover on the front that you're just going to pull away no matter what it is. Then there'll always be a couple screws to take off the front of the panel. One here, one here. You'll see them. There's one hidden on the bottom too. So once you get those 2 or 3 screws removed, now we can get to the guts of the thermostat. Okay, now at this point we're going to want to take a voltage tester, and we're going to want to verify that we cut the power to the thermostat. We just do that by touching the wires. I'll make sure I put links down in the description to the thermostat and tools I'm using throughout the video, guys. So it is off, we have no power. Now we can proceed. Okay, now we can go ahead and start disconnecting the old wiring. If you want to take a picture of this with your cell phone, go ahead, so you know, just in case you get lost. But there's little letters right next to each wire that says R, W, Y. That correlates to the color of the wire. Red, white, yellow, green, blue, orange. I only have 4 wires on this system, it looks. But it's going to be the same process. Even if you have a few more wires, that's okay. I'll show you guys. So you're just going to go ahead and loosen up all these screws that are holding the wiring in. Alright, now after you've got all the wiring disconnected, we can go ahead and take the mounting screws off that holds the whole thing on. That's just usually a couple screws. And carefully pull the wires through. Don't let them snake back into the wall. Take 2 more screws on this one to get this final plate off the wall. Alright, then we can take that off. Now we'll take our new thermostat, and you just pull the front away from the back, and then what we'll do is feed the wires through that opening, and then we'll go ahead and take a level and put it on top, and we'll level that, and then we'll mark the mounting holes. Then we'll go ahead and drill out those holes, and then you're going to tap in the provided wall anchors. Then we'll feed our backing plate back on, then we can put our mounting screws in, and we'll snug these down. Not too tight though, because it's just on plastic. Then we'll go ahead and make sure all the ends of our wires are nice and straight if they were curled from the previous installation. And I forgot to mention, the new thermostat comes with these little labels if you want to go ahead and label each wire. Okay, now we're simply going to feed these wires. They go right here in the top. Make sure these tiny little screws are backed out. You'll need a little pocket screwdriver to do this. I'll put one down in the description for you guys. You feed the wire into the metal circle on top, and then you just tighten it down with this little flathead, and that clamps onto the wire to get a good connection. So now you just follow your little diagram, R to R, and then white to W. And just snug them down, you don't have to over crank them. Yellow to Y. Basically we're just reconnecting the same exact pattern of wires we disconnected. Okay, and then right here we have R and RC. There's a little tiny jumper wire that goes between the two, and if you have both the R and the RC wire, you're going to disconnect that jumper. But if you just have this red wire, you leave that little jumper. That just jumps this wire to that connection as well. And if anytime you guys get stuck or lost, the Honeywell manual actually is pretty good. I gave it a look through, and it explains everything pretty well. Now we're going to take the face of our new one, and if you flip it around, there's a little switch right here that indicates gas or oil, or electric or heat pump. So if you have a gas heater or oil heater, you're going to switch it to the left. If you have an electric heater or a heat pump heating source, you're going to switch that to the right. Then we're just going to pop our batteries in at the top. This one takes 2 AAAs, and we'll flip it around. Then you're going to want to carefully align this. These pins right here are going to slide into the little holes right beneath those screws we just tightened down. Don't force it in now. Okay, now make sure your wiring's pushed in beneath there, and then we will slip it on. And this one actually hooks on from the top first, and then it kind of hinges down. And then just carefully press it in. Don't want to force it. Those pins can easily bend. I'll go ahead and set the time. Now let's make sure the heat cool switch is on off and fan is on auto mode, and we can go ahead and hit our breaker back on. Okay, now I'll go ahead and switch it to cool and we'll test it out. Oh, I just heard the air conditioner kick on. Now I can turn this to the temperature I want. Sounds like it's working perfectly, guys. Now I can go ahead and carefully touch up that paint around the new thermostat, and that's it, guys. Hopefully you found this video helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and if you're new to my channel, subscribe and click the notification bell. Alright guys, thanks for watching Jonny DIY. Keep on doing it yourself. Take care.